Hey, Vice, it's Fighter Kaus for the finale of Suikoden 3.
Yeah.
Time to finally get this game out of our face. We hate it. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to give it a good send-off.
Yeah, we are.
We got all 100 stars of Destiny, and then we're going to watch a kung fu movie called Seven Blows of the Dragon.
Yes, we are.
Actually, no. We're going to watch Dragon Ball Daima because I've been getting spoiler thumbnails, and I'm like, come on! I'm avoiding trying to avoid spoilers. I'm off social media. But no, except for that tweet I made about music, but no, people want to put spoilers in their thumbnails on YouTube, and I'm not.
Because of course
Yeah.
they do.
First,
Along with me, it's the one actually playing the game, Double RPG,
yes, I'm the one
And-
behind the controller.
and Visible Ninja.
Yeah. Walking.
But yeah, it's just
I'm a walking here.
if people are gonna post spoilers, they should at least have a warning. Like YouTube should have a filter and saying, "Hey, you want to view spoilers?" and just push the button.
Right? Or like, hey, is your thumbnail a spoiler? Mark it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need to go to the laundry myself.
So yeah, we just made it to the peak of where the ceremonial site is, and Luke has been waiting for us.
Netflix.
Anything good on Netflix in these recent days?
No, just Muteki mentioning Daima on Netflix.
Oh,
Although it is behind, right?
mm-hmm. Oh,
Hulu is where you get it like.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if you're talking about the dub, then yeah, the dub is far behind. It's not fully caught up with the Japanese
Oh, yeah.
original. Basically, we're in the sequence of a like Korea village stuck in the void of some type. So it's basically a thing that Luke conjured up in Hugo's mind just to mess around with him. Okay, now, for this fight alone, we have Hugo at level 56. But wait till we complete this battle. You shall see how many levels he gains. It's crazy. He gained 8 levels in that fight alone. He's now at level 64. That's ridiculous.
Oh, Konami. Muteki said I'd use my special website, so I got Daffy Duck Quackbusters in the mail. Had to turn off music for copyright. Stupid Konami.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Thanks, Koa.
I didn't even know Konami published that game.
I remember Quackbusters but I never got the game. I remember seeing because I remember going to, I think Funko Land was still around at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing it there. What do you think this is? Funko Land?
Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
That was an old commercial. Where a guy was playing games in the theater and a security guard went up to, what do you think this is? Funko Land? Because if you remember, they had the kiosks. Loved that. I don't know if you remember the kiosks in Funko Land where you could actually play games.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Those are fun.
Yeah. That's how I
Yes,
got
we had
a lot of
similar
games.
things up here, even though we never had Funko Land. Mostly at
Hey.
EB Games and the occasional Walmart Toys R Us.
Yeah, Walmart would have them.
Yeah.
That gamer said, yo.
Yeah, I remember first time I ever played.
Busters was a movie, but I'm pretty sure it was.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Could have sworn it was a game.
I remember
called
the
Battle-
game, yeah. I think it was a Konami, weirdly enough. I'll have to look back.
I have to
Yeah,
check.
I'm not familiar with Quackbusters, but I am familiar with Donald Duck and Quack Pack on the
You know
Sega
what happened?
Genesis.
I
What?
got them confused. Daffy Duck Quack Busters, a movie. Donald Duck Quack Pack is the game. Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's
Sega
it.
Genesis game. Actually, a pretty fun
Yeah.
game too.
See, my I know, and there was also Going Quackers on GameCube
Oh, I see what you did there.
and PS1. Going Quackers, that's the game I was thinking of. And because it was Donald Duck, but I was seeing Daffy Duck and Quack. I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh right. My brain was like, I'll put it in retro gaming. The game I was thinking of.
You know, we ought to play some Disney games on this channel at some point because the old ones because they're actually pretty fun. Like the Magical Quest games, the Castle of Illusion games on the Sega Genesis. I recently bought Epic Mickey Rebrushed on Steam. And then the crowd goes silent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I as I said, I recently bought Epic Mickey on Steam because it's out on all platforms. The remake. I never beaten the original on the Wii, even though
I saw your message.
I had some fun with it. But yeah,
Yes. No, I did. Good, because I'm getting sick of seeing spoiler thumbnails, and I want to know what happens.
yeah.
All I saw was a snippet of something that's a spoiler in thumbnails, and I'm like, darn it! Now I didn't want to get spoiled at all, but thankfully I don't know what happened, so I'm gonna just watch Daima after when we're done with this. With you, hopefully.
I already watched Daima, but you can watch it with Alex.
With
Yeah.
the awesomest opening and ending.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
at least we liked it anyway.
And the people who sung Daima's Japanese opening, they were dudes, Muteki. They're known as a Japanese pop duo known as C and K. So to answer your question from yesterday,
Yep. Hey, Lord Doom, how's it going? Hey, El Peach.
Welcome. Oh,
Lord Doom said he's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it right after this, cause I'm getting sick of people not having the courtesy to tag spoilers. Thankfully, all I saw was a snippet, thumbnail, JPEG. That's it. But still,
yeah, it's just like, why are some people actually spoiling it? Like Geekdom or even Team 4-Star, you know?
Team 4-Star and Masako X were. Lord Doom even said he saw the thumbnail too, and they better have a fire explanation. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know the explanation, so I'm like, I need to see it now.
Because that's some bullshit.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm not gonna ask for spoilers, Kyle, obviously, but did you like it?
I mean, from what I saw, yeah, I liked it. For sure.
Oh, okay, that makes me at least happy.
Yeah. Besides,
Or they think you'll be watching it ASAP.
oh yeah, but I will say, well, actually, I won't say much, but I'll say some of the truth or some of the speculations that we had of it might actually be true, but I'll leave that up to you for interpretation.
I'm like, yes. Lord Doom said the same thing happened with Fallen Order when it came out. From Star Wars Fallen Order.
Oh, Jedi Fallen Order, yeah. But yeah, I like the episode of the most recent episode of Daima that came out yesterday.
Everybody saw it at the same time, like Muteki was saying. They just assume. Oh no, Bad Gamer was saying. They just assume.
Yeah, because everybody watches shit like the second it hits,
Yeah.
hits
Not
the
like
shady web. You know?
Not like me, like, oh, you obviously saw it, Jerry, right? Like, no, I was at a friggin' wake,
Yeah.
crying my eyes out. Like, it's not. Like, Double R, like,
Oh yeah.
yesterday
you
I
were
was.
emotional yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, here is the final boss in this game.
All right. Now, you about to see about him.
Yep. This is the true Wind Rune's incarnation, known as the Wind Rancor.
The Rancor, which some of Star Wars.
Okay, if I remember correctly, I think we need... Oh, man. I know there are some runes that we need to take down first because we have crystal runes that are around, and one of them actually is a lot more menacing than the other, but, yeah.
Question. Since I can't hear it, since, it'd be echo, how's the music?
Oh, the music is great.
Good. Is it something I should look up after?
Probably.
Maybe.
I like Konami music.
Oh, yeah. It does have that Konami feel for sure.
Oh, thank you, LPH. LPH just says sorry for your loss. Yeah. Well, it hit me extra hard yesterday because it wasn't just my grandpa, but like also they were like when they were reminiscing about my grandpa, they were also reminiscing about my dad. Like, oh, jeez. I think I told you that one, right? Double one.
Mm-hmm. Because they showed pictures.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody's trying to get a piece of this bird, but this bird can hit hard if they're not careful. Ooh, Sergeant Joe, you better heal yourself, man.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, you have kindness rain. What are you talking about? And then you also have flowing on you, so we'll use kindness rain on you guys. Yeah. Try to keep our party's hit points up as we can because I remember when I was practicing this boss can be pretty brutal at times. So yeah, if you get one of the crystals down, then the other should be smooth sailing to defeat. And I think I remember that the true lightning crystal in this fight is pretty brutal too. But yeah, I mean, when going up against this boss, when you went up against the likes of Uber and Sarah in the previous episode, you could say that this is probably a bit more of a cakewalk than anything, but it still can be woof. Yeah, see, like, that wasn't all terrible, that part of the fight.
He has forms, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, Omega Mario's here too.
Hey,
He said it's my fave crew. You heard it here first. It's his fave crew.
Yeah. Got that right. Dane.
Oh, thank you. Oh, also, thank you, Lord Doom. So I know Lord Doom works at a... He said, sorry, man, I'm into more funerals work-related than I care to count.
Man. So yeah, if I remember, if I take down the crystals that are surrounding the Wind Rancor, then I should be able to use the True Runes at their full strength.
I like how you just summoned Stonehenge. You're saying you're supposed to be Earth.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you were playing, if you were playing Goat Simulator, it's not Stonehenge, it's Goathenge.
Oh, Lord Doom said, guys, I have something to share. I came to a realization.
Okay. first.
Oh, wait, there you go. He said, birds are raptors. So I guess the second could solve his problem with a bunch of falcons. Oh, that's right. The Uchiha problem.
Yes.
You're right.
Damn
Uchihas. Ugh. Friggin' Uchiha.
All
Just
right.
imagining an Uchiha coming to Tobirama, and he's like, "Hey, can you tell me the way to Konoha?" And he pulls out a gun. Yeah, it's back the way you came.
Back the way you came.
Golly. Yeah, what's going on in the game? Sorry.
Yeah, still on the final battle. We got 2 out of the 4 crystals protecting the boss destroyed.
This reminds me of when I fought Nyx in Persona 3, where I was like, man, I don't gotta be that high level, and Nyx was like level 80 friggin' 5.
Oh.
Woof.
Yeah, Nyx is gonna be tough no matter what.
Well, at least tell me it's not as tough as Demi-Fiend and Shimigami Tensei 5.
Oh, I said what's going on in the game. Lord Doom said he's trying to contact Fubar right now for an assist, but he won't answer the phone. Omega Mario says something we could give. He said he was checking the second-hand market, which is a mistake in itself.
Uh-huh.
Because he was trying to get the 2 Metroid games on Switch for around £50, give or take.
Oh, okay.
And then, I can't imagine what the second-hand market is like over there.
Well, yeah, because we all know how Nintendo games tend to go for high prices because their value is pretty good when it comes to the quality of their products.
I call it the Nintendo tax.
Yep.
Exactly.
And it's not a good tax, mind you.
Hello, Uno. Oh, my dog. Hello.
Ooh, Sergeant Joe, you're about to be down for the count again. But it's okay, we got a pretty good stash of kindness reins for both sides. So if we ever need to heal ourselves, then there we go. Lord Doom, you see what he wrote?
I'm gonna. Alright, Lord Doom said he's also calling the Falcon Cap, but Anthony Mackie's busy. I spoke to his agent. I want to see that movie, even though like I think we've all heard mixed reviews, but we're also like,
Yeah.
but still, Red Hulk.
Right.
It's more Hulk. Plus me, you know me. I'll sit through not great movies just to be in that theater because them chairs are that good. Like,
Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying how comfy those chairs are.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, when you see Harrison Ford turn into a werewolf in Anchorman 2, I mean, why not Red Hulk?
oh, Lord Doom says, speaking about the movie, he had 2 people tell him 2 way different things.
Oh, well.
I guess yeah, that movie really is divisive. He said so he's gonna go see it, hoping it's bad, so he can call his friend out hardcore. Omega said he found someone on Vinted selling both Metroid games together for that price, but since his account doesn't have reviews and the person's worried about scammers, he'll have to DM the person to make sure his order won't get cancelled. And yes, Dread and Prime Remaster he's trying to get. Muteki, what he feels about the movie, he said it's not a bad movie, but not a world changer.
Yeah, it's just kind of typical, kind of modern Marvel, slop, for lack of a better term,
Right.
by the sounds of it.
Lord Doobie said about the movie he's hoping is bad. He said because how is a British lady gonna know more about good fights than him? She said they had no hands. Oh, now I really gotta see it.
Alright, we got down the true water crystal, so now we need to take down the true earth crystal, and then this boss should be able to take down him a lot easier. Boss is definitely giving us a workout here. I mean, my God, Senior Joe's about to die again. Yeah, I forgot that this bastard of a yep. Ooh, I should not have done that. Okay, so both Ghetto and Sasarai are down. But we still have Chris and Joe backing us up. All right, Earth Crystal's down. True Earth Crystal.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we should be able to get through the rest of this boss just fine. Oh, hey. Hugo went berserk, so he should be able to do a lot more damage now. Get him, Joe! Yeah, this boss should be almost down for the count.
Oh. Does he transform?
No, he doesn't have a second form. Yeah, the final boss.
No Hinshin.
The final bosses in every Suikoden game, they don't usually have a second form. Thankfully.
Oh, I just noticed the chat. Muteki said there's an end credit scene. But at least nothing like Sound on 12 said LPC is gonna see the movie on Monday. On his birthday. Again, happy early birthday. Lord Doom said his friend's black car is gonna be up for review. He better walk it back before he sees the movie. And Muteki said, hey, February's gonna be good. We're getting Yakuza and Yu-Gi-Oh! And he's asking you, Metal.
Yeah.
That he got the Blue Eye structure deck, and it's the only few
nice.
that Konami gave us 3 Blue Eyes in a deck. In the past, they cheaped out with 1 Blue Eye.
They always did, and I'm glad that they're now like, hey, you know what? Here's just 3. Just take them.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, not to mention, it's a pretty damn good deck. I have to pick up 3 copies myself, so.
Final battle
Especially
done.
because now they have
Alright.
random quarter-century rares in them. So yeah, that'll be fun.
So I guess the rest of this is like epilogue?
Yep, but there is something else after the epilogue that we can
Oh,
witness. Because,
Okie dokie.
as I said last at the end of the last episode, even though we're going to go through the final battle, it's not the only thing that's going to cover the rest of this episode, because there's actually more than just this final battle alone. But when we get to the epilogue, I'll explain. But for now, let's just... so let's just focus on watching this for the time being while we talk.
Running out. Lord Doom and Muteki said some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, so just heads up to Lars's Metals territory.
Of course it is.
Lord
Oh,
Doom said
yeah.
he used to buy 3 decks just for 3 Blue Eyes in the old days.
Yeah. Oh.
Muteki said he picked
He
it up.
did.
He picked up 3, but no quarter-century rares. He was sad about that.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a chance for one of them to be upgraded to a QCR. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be fun coming out in I think about a week or so, because it's the 27th, I think. Because I have pre-ordered the physical version for the Switch, so I want to get that Harpy's Feather Duster. So yeah.
Still a good card.
Throwing back to when I bought, I think it was Eternal Duel of Soul to get that card too, along with Sinister Serpent, who is, still banned to this day.
Lord Doom saw watching what's going on, and he said, "I jump off the side," but that's me when they're running.
Yes. just to get out a lot faster. Yeah.
Lord Doom said he saw Yujiro saying he won't let you die. He said Yujiro saying he won't let you die is the worst threat he's ever seen in anything. Muteki's hoping the Yu-Gi-Oh collection sells enough to make a collection too.
We can only hope.
Oh, he means Yujiro. Okay, yeah, that's right. You did name it Yujiro. Lord Doom said, nah, he'd jump off the side to get away from Yujiro.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would too, honestly, to get away from you.
I mean, it's like hell would freeze over if he showed you any mercy. If I recall, since Yujiro is pretty brutal. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Nah, you didn't win. You didn't win. Lord Doom says. Although I will say that this sequence where everything's crumbling down, it's been a pretty common trend within the endings of the first 3 Suikoden games. I can't say much for 4, and I don't know it definitely did not happen in 5, but I know that something like this did happen at the end of Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, where the heroes escape from a crumbling final place.
Yep. I need to play the one you bought me still.
Oh yes, Rising. Really fun. Metroidvania. Although if you, whichever platform you're playing it on, and if you get Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes on the same platform as where you got Ayuden Chronicle Rising, then you should get a bonus when you start up the game. Kind of like, kind of like in Suikoden 2, where if you load the save data from the first Suikoden into it, then you get that bonus scenario where the main character from the first game actually joins you in a side quest. And after we get done with this stream today, it may be good for you to watch Daima instead of Grand Slam Australia, because our friend Starchild posted the spoilers of who wins during that.
Yeah, it's in Australia. Yeah, they are like. Yeah, they already did it.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw a bad gamer posted that he actually still has. Well, he found a picture, but of Quack Attack. Going Quackers was called Quack Attack in Europe.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, Metal, since you're in Canada, does every game you buy when it was physical, did it have French and English?
Yes, it's required by law.
Yeah.
So
Some games
yes.
I bought had that up here, but not all of them. And I'm like,
I know that, and I know the US also has a thing with trilingual packaging too now.
yeah. I always wondered. I'm like, what? Because I'm close enough to Quebec, were some of those games I bought actually like from their shipping?
Oh, who knows, right?
Because not every
Ugh.
game had it, but a lot of games would
Did
have
have
the
French. Yeah, I mean,
French
it's
and
possible.
English. Because I know, yeah, like you said, it's by law over there.
Mhm.
Is there like a secret fight?
No, there's no more
Oh.
fights happening.
Omega Mario just said something we were talking about. You know what he said? Daima's been spoiled for me, which sucks. Tell Omega how I've been ranting about that.
Oh, yeah, he's really extremely pissed off that people are just spoiling specifically an image that he did not want to know about.
Yep.
It's like those, like, certain personalities like Geekdom 101, Masako X, and Team 4-Star. They're like, oh, we'll just post the image here. But I'm sure everybody's watched Dime. It's like, no, not everybody has watched it yet, the newest episode. So it's like they gotta really hold back on spoilers still. I'd say give it a week before posting the spoiler.
And I especially had a good reason to not watch it immediately, too, so...
Yeah.
Muteki, yeah, Bandai spoiled it, YouTube spoiled it, Toei spoiled it, Discord fouled it, fans spoiled it, yep. Lord Doom said, I'm glad I'm immune to spoilers now. Even though... Okay.
Even our president spoiled it. Oh, alright. I didn't even know he was a big Dragon Ball fan. But that's a whole other can of worms. But yes, we made it out of there alive, and everybody has survived and ready to move on with their lives. So, the second Firebringer has officially disbanded. You know, this kind of the whole thing where we started up the second Firebringer kind of reminds me of Naruto when all the nations worked together to take on Akatsuki. Because and the one who was pretty much leading the forces was an Uchiha. So it's like we were taking on an Uchiha ourselves.
It's Lucia.
Yep.
Oh, Lord Doom and Muteki. I mean, sorry. Lord Doom and Omega Mario were talking about it where they said it's one of those things where nowadays you just have to basically avoid the internet to avoid spoilers while people are.
Pretty much.
And Omega Mario said, yeah, it was quickly spoiled. He actually canceled his Crunchyroll sub. And he said, no point continuing the subscription if people can't zip it.
Right.
Lord Doom said, well, you talked about earlier, listen, we have to use what we hate to beat what we hate.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, I gotta go back and clip some KOF stuff from Tuesday, because it was actually like some crazy stuff that happened where like it kept looking like I was gonna lose. I literally had one a sliver of health, as you would say, and like sound out a bad gamer or Overman's gonna win, then all of a sudden I just like lock in and kill them. They're like, we finally beat you. Wait, what? So LPH asks if Quack Attack was Donald Duck miscellaneous cartoon. If I remember right, Go on Quacker / Quack Attack. I think it was just a game, or was it actually based on something?
Yeah. Whether or not if it was based on something, I don't know, so I'm just gonna go on a limb and say that it was just an original game. But if it is based on one of the Donald Duck shorts or whatever, then I would, or cartoons or anything of that nature, then I'd say it would be. But for now, I'm just sticking to saying, hey, it's just an original game.
Yeah, it's original. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not based off anything in particular.
Yeah.
They just had the idea to use Donald Duck in a family-friendly game.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I don't think there's that many Disney games that star the main Disney characters that are based on their, original cartoons. I mean, the only one I can think of where they based the excerpts of their original cartoons was Mickey Mania.
Ah.
AKA David Jaffe's first game he's ever worked on. Who would have thought that the creator of Twisted Metal and God of War would actually be his first game was actually a Disney game?
Quackity quack, dang.
Yeah. Aw. You finally made your peace with Chris, even though she killed your best friend, even though it wasn't intentional. It's really funny that in the sequence that you would think that Ghetto would actually be involved with like the final farewells, but no, he and his crew, they left and ventured out into the unknown. But like I said, this is just one of the endings, depending on which character you chose to be the Flame Champion's successor. If you want to look up the other endings, I'm sure they have them available on YouTube.
But this is the one I want to see. Yeah, I don't know. You made me think of Drakengard. It had so many endings.
Oh yeah. At least...
Starshout actually said something. Quack Attack was an actual show in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
But Bad Gamer said, wasn't that Quack Pack? So the debate continues.
Yes. And I see what Lord Doom wrote about. Doesn't matter. She still did it. He's not standing on revenge business.
Rio from Shenmue says, revenge seekers recognize revenge seekers, and you're looking mighty unfamiliar.
All right. The final cutscene is done, and now we see what the characters are now doing after the events of the game.
American Graffiti style.
Yes, he died of AIDS. He became president of the United States and started World War IV.
Remarries his ex. Wow.
Wow.
Ichiro becomes a bridge.
Okay.
Succeeds Lucia.
Wait, he became a bridge?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that mean that he died?
No. Be a living bridge. After he gives his chief to Hugo, she moves to Duna and has hot blood as ever. Wants one big happen. Chief of the Lizard Clan, he faces Zexan Federation. Transfer's clan gets married, maintains his position, and never lets his guard down.
Yeah.
Lord Doom said Rio is valid. The Empire recognizes his swag. All the ducks are apparently doing all right.
Yes, they are.
He's in Hanma
Nice.
Castle. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And dream of owning a shop, but dislikes the rude and crude clientele. Well, the expand Great Hollow. Customers avoid his lengthy chats. Lord Doom said Anne needs to marry me. Shizu and Trust Thomas is on a journey. Mel visited Branky's hometown. See legendary cookbook. Hey Lily, how you doing? Returns once to Tinto.
Ahoy, hoy.
By the time the president notices she's en route or to stop Lily, he ends up accompanying her.
Yep, there she's going
Resigns
to
as her
Harmonia.
bodyguard. Refuses to accept the resignation. I quit. No, you didn't.
No.
Oh, Bad Gamer says Star Child and LPS are right. There was a show called Quack Attack.
I'll be darned.
Oh, 92 Star Child clarified.
Oh, okay.
Chris gains fame. Good for you, Chris.
Yeah.
Man, that Salome guy looks like a Lodos character.
He kinda
Leo,
does.
Shooter's nickname. Oh, Percival. Boris. Committed to executive service to the end. New journey for Maximilian.
Although I'm sure Lord Doom would say, "You're committed to nothing, you heretic."
She's ignored but helps Fred.
Lord Doom says, "Emily's card better not say what it sometimes can."
Oh, boy.
Oh, I didn't even notice her card was different within the ending.
I like Augustine. He's just like, I heard this place is cool. I'm gonna go there. That's it. That's all he needed. I'm gonna go there. Nothing else. You didn't need no. Oh, Halleck,
Oh,
Mr. Yelly Man.
Yep. Went back to his village to get rid of the diseases that are plaguing his kind. Man, what a dedicated fighter.
Yuri doesn't look like she leads a peaceful life. I'm just saying.
Nah. I mean, with her look, hell no.
Yeah, exactly. It's a peaceful life. Press X to doubt.
Yes. Now we're on the Caleria side, or that of the Harmonian side. He still can't decide
Hey,
about that.
Ghetto.
He still can't decide about that right-hand rune, so he still has the True Lightning rune attached to his right hand, so he's still living
Nice.
out. He's still living his immortal life at this point.
It says Ace. It says, what a life! Plans to fabricate an even more powerful gun. You know what? I'm down with that. Sasha says some ending descriptions will change, like you were saying.
Yeah.
I think he's. Hey, Gao. Duke's just like, yeah. Watari, once his contract is up, he disappears. And the other one disappears in pursuit of the other guy who disappeared.
Yep. Wait a minute, when is there 109 Stars of Destiny, since there's only 108?
Yeah, so basically, sets out on a journey on a wild goose chase.
Yeah, pretty much.
Arthur spends his time running around looking for headlines. Whoa, kid looks like what's his face from Gigantor. That's funny. The kid who controls Gigantor.
Franz managed to get his Kain and Labuk to win the status of second-class citizens. Good for them.
It's golly, how bad is it that you want to be second class? Golly. Yeah, we're second class. God, what were you before? Fifth?
Well, they were
Lord Doom said it's
third
him.
class.
He's 109th. Hey, Cecil. Keep the peace. Cecil reminds me so much of Gareth from Fate. Maybe that's where they got the idea.
It's possible.
Hey, Piccolo. his real ending is he's a known arsonist setting many fires.
Yes, yes, I'm glad you remember that. Look at Kuroku's. Everybody's doing fine.
He's just like, aw.
Good for him.
Yeah. An elf, a knife ear,
Another
a knife
ear.
nose,
Nope.
a knife nose,
A knife
a
buns.
chibi.
A knife buns for a chibi.
Lord Doom is happy. He said Juan's card mentions Emily's teaching at his school. Okay, he doesn't have to crash out.
Nice.
Whoa, look at Juan Fu. Thanks for the memories.
Look at Guillaume. He says, can't stand working as an appraiser either. That figures.
Kathy looks like how every anime maker thinks an American is.
Kind of looks like a grenadier. Maybe a little bit, just minus the fan service. All right, now I think this is the last batch of, yeah, the last batch of the stars.
Hey, I remember that. Caesar looking high. He sets on a voyage to find more weed, is what he's really doing.
Exactly. Now notice how his brother Albert Silverberg was in the epilogue for the 108 Stars of Destiny.
Whereabouts unknown. Good. Because I forget.
But it's not just him who's within this list. You'll see what I mean in just a moment, but you can keep reading if you want.
Well, I saw Landis was whereabouts unknown and Lord Doom's happy.
Yeah, sounds accurate. Oh, Emily becomes second master of Juan's dojo. Never neglects her own daily training regimen.
Apparently, she's really good, but we didn't bother.
Yeah. Maybe that's something I'll have to do for an outside playthrough. Try to use her up a lot more often.
Look at Bright. He just like
Boy,
he looks like a concerned teacher.
Now, here comes Uber, Sarah, and Luke. They're also amongst the 108 Stars of Destiny in this game. But here's the thing, though.
Deformed creatures.
But here's the thing, though. There were only 104 Stars of Destiny in our army. And those 4 make up the other 4 Stars of Destiny in this game. Now notice how in the Trinity Sight system that there are 6 flames. 3 of the big flames that cover the main characters, 1 small one that covers Thomas's story, and the other where you play as Kuroku with all the, the gag stuff where you can listen to people talk at the castle just for shits and giggles. Guess who that sixth flame is?
No, I wouldn't be able to guess.
Who's the main antagonist of this game?
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yep.
The one who wanted to kill all the runes because he's like crazy.
Yeah.
Look, same thing. Me. Starchild said it. Luke.
Yes. Luke is the last flame in the Trinity Sight system. So we can actually view everything from his point of view, him and his group's point of view. Now, this takes at least a couple hours to complete, so that's why I say we're just going to go through the entirety of it. Now, it should take we should be able to get done by 8 p.m. Eastern your time with this.
All right.
Oh.
Make a sandwich.
Oh, Lady Lucknot, there you are. Why weren't you there helping the second Firebringer? You usually help out the one who tends to lead the army of those going up against an evil empire. So, what gives? There's actually a good reason why she didn't get herself involved, and it's kind of a backstory too. But I'll explain. Since since Leknon and her sister Wendy, who was one of the main antagonists of the first Suikoden game, you remember that the whole plot centered around the gate rune, where Wendy was using her side of the gate rune to fight for the Scarlet Moon Empire, whereas with Leknon, she was trying to help us and ward off all the evils that are within the world. Well, here's the thing. Her and her sister actually stole the gate rune, which was being held imprisoned by the Holy Kingdom of Harmonia. So with the island that Leknot is in, she keeps herself hidden so that way Harmonia doesn't even try to, find her. Because if they tried to find her, they would most likely try to get the rune back and try to kill her on the spot. So she keeps herself hidden from their presence. And secondly, the reason why she did not get involved in this game's plot or help out our army is because her greatest pupil, Luke, is the one who instigated the Second Firebringer War.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
she can't fathom herself to stop her best student. Lord Doom, I don't want you to see what I did. Well, too late. But yeah, when going through this, we don't move around on the world map, so everything is kind of linear, episodic with this. But yeah, if you go to, say, like Suiko Source, or if you go to the official Suikoden wiki, then they do bring about the backstories on many of the characters. So if you look up Leknot's backstory as to why she's contained herself on her island, or why she didn't help out with Suikoden 3, then it all makes sense. But yeah, you didn't even think we'd actually play on the side of the antagonist, or they have their own story, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Lord Doom said he got to bully Uber. Because of her, she's forgiven.
Let's change the formation a little bit. There we go. So that way Luke, Sarah, and Uber have their own formation. And notice how they're at pretty high levels, too.
Yes. Already, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So I fit in the grind.
No, there's no grinding in this game, or in this part of the story.
Exactly. Because I ain't fitting.
Yeah. Or else we won't be able to get through it fast.
Exactly. Oh, I guess these.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Even though I didn't hear you sneeze. But it's
Yeah,
like,
I muted.
Yeah, but I noticed. But it seems like I said it at the exact time after
It's
you.
good time?
Yeah, it's like I'm psychic or something. Anyways. Lord Doom says, he even said, sounds good, like DSP.
All right, sounds good.
Or however DSP hums. But since we're playing as Luke, we actually have access to the true Wind Rune, as you can see. So it's So you didn't think we'd have access to that rune? Well, we actually do. Just gotta get to it. So yeah, playing his scenario, in order to unlock it, you have to recruit all the 108 stars of destiny in the game during the main playthrough. So that's the big bonus. So in the first game, it was pretty much reviving Gremio, who ended up dying near the end of the first half of the game, in the first game. And then in the second game, we could potentially save Joey Atreides from his impending fate when we fought him in that last one-on-one duel in the game. And in this game, we just see Luke's perspective of the events within this installment. Lord Doom, you were left. Good.
Exactly.
You already said I made up my mind, didn't I? Jeez, girl.
Surprised Luke didn't start going like, "Hey!" Start doing the the Princess Bride thing.
Oh. I was gonna say, if he was trying to do Dragon Ball Xenoverse Trunks yelling out "Hey," then I would have been like, "Oh, that works too." You know how he says "Hey." Tell me you at least heard that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
You know, could you sound like Link for me? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's it.
Excuse me, princess.
Gal Geigar. Same voice.
Well, maybe you should scream Final Fusion when Calamity Ganon comes and he becomes
exactly.
just like Link and kick his ass.
Exactly. That's all Link had to do.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
I know
Muteki.
fusion.
That's because I turned off the noise cancellation on Discord, so that way you can hear me better. Since because when I'm using Wavelink Stream, I'm actually using a voice focus type of effect, so that way you can actually still hear me without there being any noise outside of the microphone. It's kind of AI. It's an AI feature, but it gets the job done. So it's like, if you have that, then there's no reason to actually still have the, the crisp noise cancellation feature on Discord, you know?
Yep.
Because when I raise my voice, it makes it, I feel that that's the reason why you actually don't hear my voice at times whenever I sound louder than usual, you know? Notice how they think they think that they're staring at Chris and the Zex and Ironheads, but it's all an illusion because it's Luke and Sarah conjuring up that illusion. They still think that they're talking to Chris, who they think is actually the one who's attacking them when she's already stuck in the middle of that peace conference or whatever in her first chapter. Lord Doom. Sarah gets point for casual lizard man racism. They're not like us.
She needs to join competitive racism. Ranked competitive.
Oh, woof.
I forgot where I got that joke from. That's an old one. No other Suikoden. Or Doom said he's dominating the competitive with his elf tech. That's right. Pellinol, my build is pretty strong, he says. That's right. Pellinol just in the background, just like doing that nod of approval.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Doom.
It's not
Remember,
just,
he hated elves so much he killed the Khajiit just cause.
and then he came to this
Exactly.
world, and now he hates lizard men. Even though there were lizard men in Elder Scrolls.
Lord Doom says he don't think Sarah could compete with it. It's kind of broken. His build. Man, I'm hungry. And they're like, well, why didn't you get up? I don't know.
Me too, but I'll be having me some fried chicken after I get done with this stream. I actually bought some for my mom for Valentine's Day yesterday.
Yep, I wish I was. Well, you already know.
I tell you, man, if you come to my place and I take you to that restaurant, you will fall in love with it and never want to go back home.
I was literally just about to say that. Like, you're taking me to that place, right?
Yeah. I guarantee you, I will take you to that place if you come to where I live. Okay, so it's Sarah who's out. Now it's Uber who's joining alongside Luke in this fight. Oh yeah, the 8 Devil. Basically, Uber has a true rune on himself. It's called the Eightfold Rune. And basically its power is the 8 Devil, which is with that bastard of an attack that he used on Ghetto in the previous episode that almost killed him right away. Lord Doom, Uber has joined. Boo! The game has failed!
I just imagine that scene from Half Baked. I think Metal, you know what I'm talking. Boo this man!
Oh yeah, because Dave Chappelle's character said he was a crack addict. And they're like, boo this man!
Brr.
He was addicted to weed, and they were like, "That's it," because the rest of them were like, "I can't say on stream, but he did something for coke."
Yes.
And someone else in the back, "I've seen him."
I
And then they were like,
Oh god damn it! Now I want to watch that movie again.
Brian got away.
Gotta feel the wrath of the nunchucks, dude.
You got the wrath, yo. The wrath of the nunchucks. Oh my god, I can't believe this, but I just got a notification on my phone because YouTube thought it was great to send me a notification of Geekdom's video with the spoiler right there, the thumbnail. Even the notifications are like, "Hey man, did you see this? Yes, stop."
For a second there, I thought you unleashed a loud noise.
Oh.
But I didn't know it was Metal coughing on his end.
I guess.
You know what? This is me. This is me to YouTube. Where they're like, "Hey, did you see this? Did you know this?" And I'm just like,
I know that.
I thought you were gonna cock your shotgun and blast at them.
I wanted to, but I was like, everybody's expecting that.
Yeah.
I was swerving.
There you go. I thought about doing that just to shake things up. I thought about firing March just so I can shake things up.
Yeah, let's shake things up.
So yeah, as I was talking about this week when I was watching The Simpsons, I'm on season 12 right now, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And I saw the Grifters episode.
Oh, yes. Oh, what's Luke gonna do?
You can let him go, or you could just, oh boy.
Lord Doom. Man. He said, I'm crying thinking about the things I'm gonna do to him. I'm gonna hit him so hard he's gonna get knocked out again in the future at random. He's gonna dream about our fight and take actual damage from the dream. Hardcore right there.
Yeah. Oh, you appeared too, huh? Boo! You're back! Boo at this man!
Ooh, this man.
Not supposed to be here. Woo! Yeah! He's on the stage!
Woo!
God. Oh, what the heck is this? So I feel like I eat about tons of loads of peanut butter cups about now. Cause you know what this is about? You should vote, cause voting kicks ass, right?
Oh. Then he goes on.
Yes.
Just finally went on.
No,
He says something about Whitey.
No.
Muteki asked you, Double R, have you seen the 300th episode of Simpsons yet?
What does the 300th episode entail?
I think that's the Tony Hawk one.
If it's in season 12 or 13, I haven't even gotten to it yet. Or it might have been in 14.
Yeah, it is the Tony Hawk one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Although technically it's the 302nd, but indicated on screen to be the 300th episode of the show, though in broadcast order it's the 302nd. But it's...
Okay. But you know how networks don't even like to air episodes in order because they don't even give a shit about continuity.
Because you could also say that Pray Anything
what did he?
is the 300 or the Strong Arms of the Ma. But the one that got advertised as the 300 is the Tony Hawk one. Muteki said, yeah, Fox like Toei lies.
Surprise!
Like ABC Fox.
Oh, what did Lord Doom say? I'm gonna get up. Get us something to eat. Not dinner, just...
Lord Doom says, have this man getting dodged in a warehouse by hallucinations of me. That episode was crazy. And he says I'm gonna give him that same PTSD Slade gave to Robin in Teen Titans. Woof. Oh, sorry, I meant ABC lost. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I really don't understand what networks are thinking when they go under the stigma that they don't care about continuity. They just see episodes and they just put them out. For me, I kind of feel that it may hurt like a show's credibility if things were aired out of order. I mean, even if they do have a critically acclaimed status, I feel that they would, get hurt by not airing them in the right order, you know? I mean...
It would, but, networks are dumb. Sometimes. Because, like, what was it? I know the original Star Trek is an infamous example because the first episode aired was, like, the 7th or 4th episode. Because it was the fucking salt vampire one.
Uh-huh.
Because they thought that was a better show-off of it being, like, a sci-fi thing than the original pilot, which was Where No Man Has Gone Before, which I think would have been much better, but hey, I'm not CBS in the 1960s.
Right. None of us would even be alive yet.
Exactly. Don't forget, like Star Trek is on the same time as shit like Hogan's Heroes, so yeah.
Oh boy, Hogan's Heroes. Haven't heard that in quite a while.
And don't get me wrong, that's actually a good show, but
Oh, yeah.
I was just using it as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's a bad show, it's, just an example of the age.
Now, when it comes to anime, I know that there are some animes where they will actually have the storylines out of order, like Ranma 1/2, for example. Some of the story arcs were out of order in the original Ranma 1/2. I know that the original Inuyasha anime did something like that too, but it wasn't that common of a trend. But it was just only happened for like maybe a couple things, possibly. But yeah. But it's just like whenever it comes to media, and if they do have a storyline behind them, I just want everything to air in order, you know?
Well, it'd be nice if everything was seen in its intended. Like, I know one of the worst examples was Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Where until like the 4th season, everything was out of order, and so plot lines were just all over the goddamn place, and you required like guides to know what order to watch episodes in.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was all like so insanely out of order until they got their shit together and just aired everything. Like, I think starting from season 3, everything was just in order from there. But like 1 and 2 are just like scattered all the shit all over the place.
Lord Doom says with in JoJo Part 4 they did that with some episodes, but the pacing is better in the order they did, so the fans actually like the change more. Well, I guess it's more if they did that kind of thing, then if it actually benefits the story better, then I guess that is where it's okay to give them the benefit of the doubt in that certain context. But and then he says, with JoJo, if I recall correctly, in the original order, you get 1 episode of Kira showing up, and then like 3 episodes of side stuff. Then it jumps back to Kira. In the change, they give you the side stuff first, then it jumps fully into Kira. Okay. Well, I haven't even seen Part 4 yet. I stopped after watching, the entirety of Stardust Crusaders and Battle for Egypt. Because, I just said to myself, if Dio wasn't going to be directly involved in the events of future storylines, it's like, what's the point? Because he should be like the ultimate everlasting antagonist of the entire franchise alone. But, that's just me. And hey, welcome back, Jerry.
Well, JoJo can get good without Dio.
Oh,
but then again, in Part 6,
it's
he's
peak,
sort of
Mr.
there.
Joestar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, basically Dio only directly involves like 3 out of the 6, Joestar sagas, I guess, parts. So, like, directly anyway. So, I can kind of see that. And and Poochie's just an extension of him, but he's also different. But yeah, yada yada.
But wouldn't he already be dead in Part 6, or what did his spirit live on in somebody else?
But Poochie, his butt buddy Poochie's carrying on his will. So.
Oh, okay.
And not to mention, he's literally reincarnated as the green baby and merges with his butt buddy.
To
make Whitesnake become Sea Moon. So, yeah.
LPH says, so what 60 show has the best continuity?
Sheesh.
Probably Astro Boy, maybe? Astro Boy? Gigantor? LPH asked if DBZ did that. DBZ, some of the filler would be like different. Like the first episode of Z ain't even about Raditz. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh yeah, the actual aired one was Goku looking for Gohan, yeah, in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was entirely filler, technically.
The Baki anime did that when they changed things like the JoJo, where it,
And I mentioned the original Ranma 1/2 anime had
the
storylines
original.
had storylines out of order.
Yep, and the remake actually puts them back in manga order.
Mm-hmm.
Baki did that because in the manga for Baki, you get him already grown and stuff, and then it goes to him being a kid. Whereas the anime was like, well, shoot, let's just do it chronological order. Let's adapt the kid stuff first, and actually made more sense. The anime actually
more sense. I would think
easier
so
to
anyway.
watch. Yeah, the anime is actually easier to follow because of that. They just like, let's just do the kid saga first. Duh.
Surprise!
I see. But Jerry, doesn't that get your goat when networks don't air things in order?
Oh well, I'll tell you a really bad example of that. Jerry Anderson's Stingray.
Oh yes,
Completely out of order, and it suffers for that greatly. Like
R.I.P.
episode 2 is actually like episode 34.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts crap like that. Yeah.
So you get super confused. LPA said Yu-Gi-Oh did that. Is that true, Metal? You would know.
I'm trying to think back to original airings. I might not be the best source on this, so because in Canada it aired differently, so I think we got everything in order. So I'm not sure.
Lord Doom said about Poochie Metal. Poochie read Dio's diary and was like, I'll complete his plan, and for some reason call all of Dio's kids, except for Jono for some reason. And then he's like, I just called over to one guy that's going to destroy my whole plan.
It's all fate, man. Because fate is like a measurable thing in the JoJo universe. And it's just like, oh, this shit happened. Because like, oh, 3 of Dio's sons happened to all be in Florida, happened to all die about the same time, and happened to all have their stands activated at the same time, while Poochie was ascending to like becoming Sea Moon after he absorbed the green baby. So yeah, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. And not to mention one of them, has the most broken stand in the history of existence of making fictional things become real. So, that's like the most broken ass stand imaginable. So, yeah.
I can believe that.
I mean, hey, Kenshiro and Rao fucking broke out of the anime and started causing shit in Tokyo. So yeah, literally, actual canon in universe.
That's hilarious.
Kenshiro and Rao broke out of Fist of the North Star and were causing shit in Tokyo. So yeah.
Starchild said the 90s X-Men did that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord Doom said to you, Metal. He didn't call Jorno because he didn't have anything he could leverage. He could manipulate Jorno with like the other Dio kids.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, no kidding. Especially when you have gold experience, especially with that little reset button you can pull out of your ass. So yeah, no kidding.
Lord Doom said Spider-Man was also in JoJo because of that stand.
Also true.
He also said Bohemian Rhapsody was the name of the island, by the way.
Yes, Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, I remember. Sky High, Bohemian Rhapsody, Underworld. Oh. Yeah, and Sky High was the one that let that guy control rods, which are not a real thing, but, Araki was like, hey, why not? It's fun. And then, yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody, which is nuts.
Buteki said that Gilligan's Island, Wacky Races had some good continuity, and so did the Andy Griffith Show.
Huh.
Gilligan's Island? I don't know, because that show seemed to hit the fucking reset button at the end of every episode, because...
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember back, because I have actually seen all of Gilligan's Island several times through, And I can't think of a single time where shit happens in one episode and comes up in another,
You remind me of Blue Metal.
unless it's like unless it's like one of the two like clip shows.
You reminded me of
Or
something when you said you watched them all in order and watched them all several times.
Yeah, 'cause I'm
I
trying to
watched
think
all
back.
of Fresh Prince like several times over all the way through. And I can tell you those continuity errors in that one out the wazoo.
Well, yeah. Oh boy, yeah. Okay.
I would say that the 87 Turtles cartoon is mostly safe from any continuity errors, but when it comes to its home DVD release, that's a complete whole other story because there are a lot of episodes that are out of order with the DVD release of the 87 cartoon.
Naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course companies can't be competent anymore.
And our buddy Soundout, he actually reviewed the reprint of the complete series of the 87 Ninja Turtles cartoon, and he was, I wouldn't say furious, but he was disappointed that they didn't, fix up the continuity errors with the DVD
there was
chapters.
a lot of very noticeable like issues of like episodes being doubled up because they had been like mistakenly included in a past release, and that wasn't corrected. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just pretty much taking the first complete series release and just slapping it into the second re-release series. I think Paramount did that on purpose, which I really don't know why. I honestly feel that they should have, studied all the episodes in order and made sure that they actually have a clean re-release instead of having everything jumbled up.
Oh, that Turtles re-release. Yeah.
I mean, who gets like double episodes in a package or in between certain packages and didn't even realize that mistake? I don't get it, dude.
No, yeah, I think it was In Circle, right? Right, Metal?
Yes, I believe it was.
That explains your answer right there, Kyle. If you don't know, In Circle are so dumb. People have messaged them before, like, "Hey, why don't you do Blu-ray releases?" And they were like, "Well, that costs more."
That's too much money.
It's like actually, you'd save money, you idiots, because everything would be on one disc.
Right. You could just save everything on the SD format.
Yeah, they're not HD. There's SD Blu-ray.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's what like Discotech and shit has been definitely pushing for, SD on Blu-ray.
Yep. One question I always still ask myself is why has Nickelodeon or Paramount not done a Blu-ray release of the 2012 Ninja Turtles cartoon, which I have been vehemently pushing for since it came out, that show? Because when they release the episodes on digital distribution platforms, say like PSN, Xbox Live, or the Microsoft Store, or even on iTunes, they have episodes in HD. So it's like, why did they not put them in like a Blu-ray format? Why do they feel that they only had to release everything on DVD? Especially when you have shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, which they have Blu-ray releases for those shows.
Yep. Nickelodeon. El Buteki said majority of Ninja Turtles is DVD. Only one on Blu-ray is Mutants of Mayhem on Paramount Plus. Huh. Hello?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
Yeah, Mutants of Mayhem, which I'm assuming is the Tales of the TMNT show, the current one. That's based on the continuity of the recent movie that came out a couple years ago.
Even Transformers Earthspark had no Blu-ray, even though that was HD. And Muteki said, yep, double R.
Yeah. I still haven't seen it yet. Even though I like the movie, the 2023 movie, I still haven't seen the new Paramount show. But then again, I don't have Paramount Plus, so I can't really say anything in that regard about the show. And somebody can somebody please explain to me why somebody like Soundout thinks that Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the best thing since sliced bread?
I don't know. I mean, I was there when him and Jackpot explained it, and I still don't get it.
I mean, I've seen
I
like
know the animation's great.
yeah,
but-
the animation is great, but it's just like it's like they took the cheesiness of say like the 87 cartoon or even the third live action movie and just cranked it up to 11.
Oh. Kentucky said YouTube TV is removing CBS and affiliate. Why?
Interesting.
Isn't CBS like one of the like? You can get that over the air.
Yeah, exactly. It should be.
Kentucky said, "Double R. This is the same Santa who bought the Cutie Honey manga. His tastes are different."
I guess.
Kentucky said CBS is even doing commercials to save being on YouTube TV. Yeah, I don't know why. Like that's one of the big three networks. Why wouldn't you want them?
Right?
Yeah. That's an excellent question.
I love how I have my drawing tablet, but I have nothing on there. Nothing. It's just sitting there. Well,
Lord
it's like,
Doom
hey,
said-
aren't you gonna?
Lord Doom says
ahead.
they don't want their money. They're filthy elf supporters.
Knife ears?
Yep.
Yeah. Oof.
So yeah, so next week, I guess the big release for next week is the Like a Dragon spinoff, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Arr.
Yeah. So basically, what some people dub Assassin's Creed Black Flag 2 or Skull and Bones done right. 'Cause
Arr. Stun and Bones, but with Majima.
you remember that game, Skull and Bones? Because I sure as hell don't.
Yes, Ubisoft's big quadruple A flop.
I got up to get some chips. So what happened? Elves or demons? Star Shells or something?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Star Child said something about the My Sonic Koku Blu-ray box set.
They fixed. If one person can do all that, then a company should have no problem. No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They just don't want to. I don't know why. LPA said money. Lord Doom said, I can see it all. You can't hide. Lieutenant said, what happened to Hawaii after the Bryce incidents? Lord Doom said, elves technically are demons according to Daima. Yeah, it's true. Daima literally said knife fears are all diabolical and should be exterminated. Like,
I
right?
mean, yeah, they're from one of the demon worlds, so yeah.
Toriyama took a hard stance on knife fears.
Yeah, right before the end, man.
Right before he died, he saw the way of Peladol and was like, I need to make this. I need to let them know. Like,
The world must know.
Lord Doom said, you know what? W series. Daima's forgiven of all its sins.
Future and past.
Santa's been getting help from demons. Oh man.
It's
Lord Doom said,
it's a perfect series.
yeah.
Although I really wish the dub would release so I can watch that of Daima. Seriously, I want to hear Stephanie Naldoni again as Kid Goku.
It's Koku.
No,
Koku.
Gonku and Pagita.
Exactly. Pegida. Or Gongchu, I guess.
I love Goku and Vegeta from the hit game Super Saiyan Densetsu.
Yes. That guy doing that playthrough of it.
Yeah.
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 As long as they hate other elves, it's forgiven. Dark elves are fine, Lord Doom says.
Dark elves are metal. Not you, metal. I mean,
Is that the reason?
No, I know.
Is that the reason? Is that the reason why you played as a dark elf in Skyrim, Jerry?
there's reasons I play as a dark elf, especially when I first played Oblivion. They look like cheese people, but I was thinking of the Lodos dark elves,
Ah,
specifically,
well,
Pyrotes.
I find it sad how they treat the dark elves in Shadows over Mystara as like the most evil thing in existence.
Oh yeah.
Remember when we played that game?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah.
I do, because I was playing it with him, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would love to see, like, a modern take on that. Like, the D&D, beat 'em up.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, beat 'em up, but with, like, RPG elements, I guess. You, like, level up your gear and everything. Branching paths.
Lord Doom says he has to fight a bunch of women to feel big and bad. Uber, you trash can. It's just Uber doing it, and it's only women he's fighting. Pathetic weakling. Wouldn't that mean that Uber is misogynistic?
Ooh.
Based on how Lord Doom is describing him? I mean, he did try to take them on to get Luke and everybody else inside Almakenon, since it's pretty much a xenophobic village that shuts itself out from the outside world. Then he says, nah, he's a coward that can't fight, so he has to do this to get wins. Yeah. He's afraid of losing. That's what it is. Then Muteki says, like Wakanda.
Wakanada, yes.
But at least T'Challa changed that. Even though they still remain xenophobic, they are still open to help out allies in need. Lord Doom says, everybody else gets a pass, but Uber, because they're doing it for reasons, he's doing it to be a hater. Would you say that you hate him more than Landis, or equally hate him just as so, Lord Doom?
Good question.
It's like, so who's the ultimate trash can? Yeah, I see, but you can go ahead and read it.
He said, this is what having hate in your heart does to you. Oh, I hate him more than Landis. It's not even close. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, LPH is a good question, too. So Hyruleans are demons?
Yeah! Because what was the whole... What was it? They're, like, descended from elves, or, like, or they're, like, half-elves, I think. Is, like, the weird... I'm trying to remember. It's like, yeah, they're... I think it's they're supposed to be half-elves, I think. or something like that.
Right, because I know some people like to describe Hylians as humans with extremely tapered ears, while others feel that they are elvish. So I think the consensus is that they're more half elves, as you describe.
Well, yeah, they're just humans that, yeah, I guess are distantly related to some elves, so they still have the ears, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess the pointy ears gene is strong over the centuries.
I guess.
As sad as that might be, I guess.
And we're having to wait for Albert and Silverberg. When Albert gets here, we have to ask him, do you have yourself in a can? Get it?
Thanks, Uncle Ted.
Lord Doom says a few things. He says Spock was 100% a demon, and he had hands. He was also Solar in one thing. So, and then he puts Kappa. And then he says Optimus is a robot. He doesn't count. And then he says Jack can get a pass because he's awesome. I assume you mean Jack from Jack and Daxter? Yeah, that Jack. Okay, cool. I'm sure we can count Metal Hands as an elf. So he, by consensus, even though he may not look like it, or maybe, but we'll just, even if he's not, we'll just say that he is by default.
I will say, I got a feeling I should play Jack and Daxter again. Just.
Oh yeah. Precursor Legacy. Oh yes.
It's just that when I played the game, guess what other game I had and took more of my time?
Tekken 4?
No, Capcom versus SNK 2.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
And that's just
coming like it, nothing, none, something.
So it's like Jack and Daxter wasn't a bad game. It's just unfortunately I also had my favorite fighting game ever.
Ah.
But it didn't get as much attention as it should have.
Right. Yeah, the first Jack and Daxter, I beat that game, but I never went through the entirety of 2 or 3, and I know I probably should. Because it was like the Jack and Daxter games, they were like the... it was that, and then, of course, you had the Crash Bandicoot trilogy they did, but then you also had the first 3 Uncharted games they did before Neil Druckmann just pretty much took a crap on Naughty Dog's legacy.
Well, hey, we have to look forward to Heart of Darkness in Space with Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet.
No. Just no.
Well, hey, if the story leak turns out to be true, yeah, it'll be a glorious shit show.
It already is. And saying it's not is heretical.
Exactly.
I see Lord Doom posted a few more things, so Jerry, if you wanted to read those off, you can, or I can.
I will.
Okay.
Lord Doom mentioned in Jack 2, it got real. Any of the bad people in the universe are elves and need to go. The good guys are cool, get a pass. And he said Jack 3 is his favorite. because he has a tactical nuke as a gun.
Oh yes,
Wow.
I forgot about that.
LPH said, so in Teen Titans Go, is Beast Boy a demon? That's right, he has knife ears in that version at least.
Oh, that is
Lord
good.
Doom said, in his view, Beast Boy does not count because he was a science experiment.
Oh,
Mutate.
yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Question. Muteki said, Fantastic Four went into space and cosmic rays mutated their DNA. Yes. By the way, I think I'm already know. Lord Doom mentioned mutate. I think Marvel actually has that as a category between mutate and mutant.
Yes.
Lord Doom can clarify or Nightcrawler count. Well, to some people he already did.
Lots of people like Nightcrawler.
And Muteki say, wait, what? Because yeah, that was his question. Yeah, there's a thing between mutate and mutants. I remember reading about it years ago. Where like, yeah, Lord Doom is explaining it. Yeah, Spider-Man and Hulk are mutates since they don't have the X gene.
Yeah.
If you have the gene, then you're a mutant. Yeah, the way this in Marvel, you have to be born to be a mutant compared to a mutate.
Makes sense. Just like Captain America. Yeah, you remember Steve Rogers started off being a scrawny boy, and then he got
Yeah, it's scrawny. Yep.
and then he got injected with that serum that makes him all muscular. So he mutated into a strong bodybuilding man with super speed. Oh, can we learn some of the... we can learn some Bujutsu skills, but...
Oh.
Yeah, but the only one who can learn any more is pretty much Uber. He can get his accuracy all the way up to S rank. Whereas everybody else, they have magic-based spells that we could grind, but there's no magic teacher to where we can actually grind our magical skills.
Lord Doom said something important if you didn't know this, Kyle. It's why Deadpool's so hard to track. Because to some people, he's a mutant, and others, he's a mutate.
Oh.
Because if you remember how his origin is.
Yeah. So...
He wasn't born with it, but then his power is from somebody with the X gene.
Yeah, so he's kind of stuck in between.
Lord Doom said Deadpool even says, pick whichever writer you like best and go with that. Do you like me as a mutant or
He's like,
mutate?
I'm whatever. Whatever best serves the story.
LPH asked about Captain Marvel.
Mutate.
Yeah, she was not born with that, yeah.
And then, yeah. Then the MCU also tied her into the Infinity Stones and shit like that, so yeah.
I'd say we probably have about at least an hour left of Luke's story going on here, so we should be able to get done right before Grand Slam Australia, even though we're not going to watch it.
Well, yeah, but
since it's already, spoiled online.
Can't the internet not spoil nothing?
Nope. It's like they forgot that NDAs exist.
Well, they already happened.
Exactly.
There's no NDA for that. What?
I know.
Right. But I'm just saying for like some things that do have NDAs, it's like they forget those exist and they just want to get fined, even if they try to hide behind an alias.
The internet. What's the meme challenge impossible? That literally is impossible for them apparently. Not the spoil challenge impossible. Muteki said most obscure MCU show is Hellstrom. It's so obscure that I have to watch SoundOut's video about it. Which she put up recently. Like, what, today or yesterday? I think yesterday.
I know this week he did like a big unboxing because he had like 3 packages from Big Bad Toy Store. Which I still haven't watched yet, but even though I need to. Because I do like watching his unboxings. But still, it makes you wonder, how the hell does he manage to fit all those toys in his room, since he's got
The answer is he doesn't.
hell of a lot. You notice we're back at the Flame Champion's hideaway. So this would be the point where Hugo would get the true fire rune. So yeah, you can see how fast this story's coming along on Luke's side. Okay. Didn't think we'd have to use magic on these guys, but I'd say we are.
Magic, magic, magic.
So Lord Doom mentions that Captain Marvel is not a mutate nor a mutant because she got her powers from a machine. And basically she's a Kree-human hybrid. That's where her powers come from, but she was also experimented on. But he doesn't remember if the experiments activated natural powers or gave her extras.
If I remember right, she was empowered by the Space Stone that was inside the Tesseract at the time, so technically the Space Stone gave her powers.
You know,
So,
funny thing, when I watched Captain Marvel in the theaters for the first time, when she mentions about the Tesseract, I remember everybody was just kind of talking amongst themselves like they're starting up conversations like, oh my God, it's like the Tesseract. It's like, wow, they're really deep into the MCU. I can tell. I just thought that was funny, you know? Whispering amongst themselves during a movie. Just when they see the Tesseract in Captain Marvel, they're like, "Oh my God, it's the Tesseract!"
what?
A really important plot element in the MCU. But I'll never forget that one time when I was watching Star Wars The Force Awakens in theaters for the first time. I was just sitting next to this guy who had a kid with him, and his kid constantly whispered to his dad what is going on in the movie. It's just, I just wanted to stand up and be like, watch the movie, ask questions later.
Oh, well, you could say that's, I guess you could blame the brain rot.
Apparently. Although I'm sure that man would say, don't tell me how I should raise my child. It's like, geez. Prideful much?
Well, Jesus, maybe you should have taken him to the Flowers of Time. To the Flowers of Time!
Should take those kids to Homer Simpson's trampoline. if you know what I mean.
Travopoline, damn.
Get themselves hurt without putting a caution sign in front of the trampoline firsthand.
I thought they shut that place down. Oh no, that's the XEX. It says CHLRIREN.
Lord Doom says he's talking about the comics, not the MCU. In the MCU, no. In the comics, I mean, it's kind of on par with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh. I remember watching Inhumans and was like, meh. Eternals, though, I didn't even watch.
Yeah, I haven't watched Eternals at all. It's just like after Endgame, it's like my time watching MCU movies just ended up being few and far between.
Same with me.
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
lost track of all of them after Endgame.
yeah, it's just like, what is there really to? I know it's it's just like, how can they top something as successful as the Infinity Saga? You know, with all those movies, which most of them have been critically acclaimed for the most part. It's like that's a really tough thing to do. Is try to find a way to surpass that.
There's good stuff, but I just haven't cared.
Right. Exactly.
And the thing is, it's also not as often. Like a lot of the movies now are hit and miss. Apparently, some are great, and some are like. Lord Doom said, "You should watch Eternals, but watch it as a Dragon Ball Z movie. It's better if you look at it like that."
Huh. Muteki says, "Yeah, double RPG. It's like how can you top Godfather 2 when they made 3? You know, or even better yet, like the original trilogy of Star Wars. Even though there were some good movies in the prequel trilogy.
Yeah, like one and only one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a bigger problem. We used to go bomb bad.
Are you quoting Jar Jar from Episode 1 Pod Racer?
Yeah.
I figure you were.
Well, you mean Super Bombad Racing? Yes. Which was the Mario Kart ripoff that they did.
Well, Muteki, I see where you're coming from, because when George Lucas got like full creative rights towards the prequel trilogy, yeah, I could definitely see where you would think that Star Wars Legacy was ruined because of him. I mean, with somebody being adamant to try to match his vision like that, it's like, yeah, it could be. It's one of those things where it can be hit or miss towards a brand and its legacy. Lord Doom says, "I'm making a game, guys. I'm going to call it Uber Beater 2025.
I like that.
It would definitely need to be it would definitely need to be a spinoff in the Suikoden franchise. It's like,
Well,
you never thought that Uber would be fully defeated, then play Uber Beater 2025. You finally get the whole story.
Lord Doom went on. He said, Uber Beater 2025 is a shot-for-shot remake of Snake Eater, but all the bosses are just Uber.
If there's one member of the Cobra unit who should sound like Uber, it's probably the Pain.
Oh, Oh, not the bees.
Let's get started. Seriously, Greg Berger as the Pain, truly goated. And yes, the same guy who plays Odie in all incarnations of Garfield. That guy. Although probably the show that where I know him best is being the voice of Corn-Fed Pig and Duckman. He had a soothing monotone voice in that show. And then Lord Doom says, also Johnny is Uber and doesn't get married to Meryl. Oh, so you're saying that Uber has a constant problem of having the screaming shits in the can, huh, Lord Doom? Oh. Fighter Cow said he'll be right back. So, yeah.
So he will return?
Yeah, he should be back before the game fully ends, so that way we can get you and his thoughts on the entire project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, this shouldn't take much longer. And then Lord Doom says, yep, it's what he deserves. The screaming shits. Or my name is not Johnny Sasaki. He's just a Discord mod. Look at look at this dude. Oh, went the wrong way. So what actor pulls a 180 of playing a character, LPH says? Like 180, like playing a bad character but then end up being a good character, or the other way around? I'm not that entirely sure, Lord Doom, but LPH, but I mean, there are some ones I could possibly think of. Oh, both. Okay. Lord Doom says, look at it. I just want to punch him. So he's your Bobby Flay. In real life, Bobby Flay is the guy who I want to slug so bad just because of how cocky he is when it comes to the cooking scene.
But, damn.
No.
He's so awesome.
No, seriously though, fuck that guy and his goddamn recipes.
Damn. But he gives it that bada bing. My entire life has been a lie. Damn it, you should have lost to Miyamoto.
Fuck the bada bing.
Obviously, I don't give a shit about Bobby Flay, so.
The Lord Doom says, 100%.
Now, Guy Fieri. Now he's my mofo, but but that's a different story.
Guy Fieri, he's fine. He's a cool dude. But seriously though, fuck Bobby Flay.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus for most people.
Look at his stupid fedora. He's wearing a fedora. Yeah, he is. I mean, he was wearing clad black armor. Why does he need to wear a black suit and a fedora? I know he's still hiding from Pez Merja, but he can't always hide forever.
Oh, I guess that means he's a Redditor then.
I guess. I guess to answer LPH's question, Metal, do you know any roles of like people where they started off bad but they ended up being great in later roles?
Let me think. Someone did too.
I know some people would probably say like Michael Keaton because of the movie Mr. Mom, but that was right before Beetlejuice and the '89 Batman movie came out. Where they greatly applauded his role in that movie, in both those movies rather.
Damn, like offhand, like right away, I'm just trying to think. Sheet.
Muteki says Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, well, yeah, arguably. You could say it. Yeah. You could also argue that he's still the same. Yeah.
I mean, I would say Ed Wood, but he's a director. And the only time he got actual fame was Plan 9 from Outer Space, and then all of a sudden he went to zombie porn movies afterwards.
Oh yeah, don't forget Glenn or Glenda.
Muteki says Adam Sandler.
You know what? Yeah, he did give us Uncut Gems.
Yeah, he did. And then he just kind of...
So, yeah.
Then he just kind of went down into obscurity for a while.
Well, hey, what is it? Happy Gilmore 2's coming out in a bit.
I hope it's good, but we'll see. I hope Adam Sandler and Drew Carey fight in that movie since Bob Barker's no longer alive.
It must be true.
It's gotta happen. Then it's the fight between Happy Gilmore and a Price is Right host, part 2. Lord Doom says, that's such a weird career trajectory. Yeah, Lord Doom, Ed Wood would make porn movies after Plan 9 from Outer Space, and one of them involved zombie tits. And look at him stomping Jimba. It's like that's the equivalent of, say, Cyclops from the X-Men arcade game with how much of a sissy kick he has towards enemies on the ground.
Yeah. Certainly isn't a cyclone kick or a gene splice, that's for sure.
And Lord Doom says, and he's smiling. Look at this dude. He's a pansy, much like a cheetah. He says cheetahs are wusses, so I guess that makes Uber a wuss too, in secrecy. LPH says Batista for me, from DVD movie to Oscars movie. Oh, okay. Then Lord Doom says, dude, if I could travel into video game worlds, the rest of the stream would be just me viciously assaulting Uber. Yep. Oh, man. Just stomping on a dude without that much force and just smiling, it's like, golly. It's like he's the equivalent of Elder Toguro from Yu Yu Hakusho, where younger Toguro is much more stronger than him, but Elder Toguro is just a conniving snake. The game just suddenly turns into Yakuza heat moves and all. You would be the dragon of Doomima. Hence your name, Lord Doom.
It fits.
Exactly. Jimba talking about Chris, how he was excited to see how his daughter has grown into a beautiful woman, and it doesn't matter whether if he lives or dies, just to make sure that her future is bright. Aw, what a proud dad.
Yeah. Oh.
There won't even be any words, just a silent villain beatdown. I talked to him. I talked to him, B, he ain't ready to hear me. He ain't there yet, Lord. I'm pretty sure Amon would actually, kick his ass easily. And if he got down like the last bar of his health, then Amon would just go all ham on him. I'm sure you would agree, Lord Doom, that Amon in any Ryuga Gotoku game could easily take down Uber. He would be your ally in that case. It's like one of the few instances where Amon would actually turn face. I'm slamming his face into every ice crystal in there. I'm gonna jigsaw him like Punisher did. All right. Now we're on to the 5th chapter. Or covering the events of the 5th chapter, so we should be getting closer towards the end of the story.
Ready.
Yeah. All right, here we see the scene where Luke and Sasarai are seeing each other again after 15 long years face to face. And this is the part where Sasarai gets his true Earth rune relinquished from him. What is the truth between you and your brother now? That's right, Holy Harmonia, no, Chief Bishop Hikusak wants to collect all 27 true runes. Unfortunately, the true runes can only be born by successors chosen by the runes themselves and can only be sealed in certain places. Oh, okay. So? So Hikusak has acquired an interesting method to keep the true runes in his possession. And they are basically these crystalline objects that they use to capture the true runes in. You know, what we saw in Chapter 5 when they took away the true runes of the lightning, water, and fire runes. But the inside of the crystals, the rune crystals as they're called, they have human eyeballs, and it looks like, oh my god, they look like the internal organs of somebody. A rune crystal, but this is no ordinary crystal. It is used for sealing the 27 true runes. And can you guess what's inside? No, it can't be. But its appearance. Yes, this is us, our arms, legs, eyes. Everything is dissolved into this milky white liquid. Yes. Basically, Hikusak cloned himself or with so many people so that way he could live on forever. And that's why Luke and Sasarai are actually his clone incarnations or whatever. Yeah, so they're actually homunculi, as you could say. Look closely. It's us. This is what we were made of. Made to bear the true runes while maintaining a human appearance. Woof, so... I see. We are duplicates of Hikusak himself, who's also a rune bearer. Oh god, he just took down Nash like it was nothing. Okay, so, Lord Doom says a few more things. He says, nah, Almon is just there to watch. Uber has to get this work from me. This is personal beef. It's gonna basically be that one specific WWE match that lives rent-free in my mind. It was Big Show versus Randy Orton. During the match, Big Show says to Orton, I don't want to beat you. I want you to quit, and that's what I want. I want Uber to beat himself. I want him to realize he doesn't scale to me and give up. All right, so yeah, that's how the True Earth rune gets stolen. After giving us some exposition on that part. Now that the Harmonian army is no longer on their side since they pretty much made themselves public enemy on #1, then, yeah, you're exerting the amount of power from Sarah to help, you know, get your plans into fruition. Oh boy, what a bastard you are, Lucas. Even though that's not your actual name. Might as well be. If Luke's supposed to be short for Lucas. Oh yes, we're back at Mount Sinai, so we're seeing the part where the true lightning rune is going to be taken. Oh yeah. That was at the part where he managed to knock everybody down. Okay, so... Alright, yep. She gets the rune crystal with the true earth rune that's in it just to subdue Ghetto and get his true lightning rune taken away from him. Yeah, do it, bitch. Come on now. Oh my god, Shivani. How could you even say that? Sorry. Just force a habit. Now, Taz, just go suplex the baby, okay? How does it feel to be mortal again, Ghetto? Even though I'm pretty sure you will get, even though we know you'll get your true rune back in short time. Just charge Uber for all their crimes. Yes. Everybody else gets off scot-free. Lord Doom says, Luke could punch me in the face and I'd scream, Uber, how dare you? Oh, God. Oh, man. That reminds me of this video that Fighter Cow showed me a long time ago called If a Movie Was Written by an AI. And it's basically just like the CGI movie that somebody made.
Yeah.
Where it involves two
Don't
guys.
interrupt.
Where it involves two guys and a girl.
Oh, yeah.
And the girl said something mean to like the main guy. And he got so mad he actually slapped his friend out of context. He's like, how dare you speak that to me, but I'm slapping you because you deserve it. Lord Doom. I can gaslight anyone, even myself.
I can gaslight everybody.
Even if your intentions are tried and true, Lord Doom, I believe you. Well, there goes the true fire rune at this point. He's still going by the moniker of Yujiro. Seriously, just look at that design of the true fire rune. That looks so cool. It's like a hybrid between a dragon and just a huge flame of some type. That's why I said that the true fire rune is my favorite rune in the entire series because of just how it's designed like that. Sarah burns the camp cooking and I start yelling at Uber. Bring Uber to Hanma Castle. I think he'd enjoy his time there. You want to destroy God. Is that it, Killer Priest? Oh. Yeah, and if you remember, as I said in previous episodes, that the true runes are basically incarnations of, like, the deities that rule over the entirety of the world that the games are based on. Even though they're based in the same singular world, but, you know. Give him the penthouse suite right in the dungeon. Or better yet, let him stay in the doghouse where Koroku is. Treat him as a dog. Oh, yes. Keep forgetting about that holding a true rune or a true rune bearer, when they hold the true rune, they can actually experience the memories of past bearers. Okay. Lord Doom, me and Emily are going to go down and talk to him in a few. We just have some words for him. I swear, that's all. Some words with fists, probably. All right. So after this scene, we should be on with the final part of his story, which is at the ceremonial site where we fought him as the final boss, or as at least his true rune incarnation. I'm gonna put the beats on him, and Emily is gonna crip walk in the background as not like us plays. All right, so we're at the final part of the story, the ritual site.
All
ruins.
right.
Yes. And then after that, we can finally bring this whole project to a close. Hope Jerry comes back on time because we're nearing the end of the story.
Same here.
And I keep hearing him in the background from time to time. And if you thought all the fights in the game are done, well, we just got one fight left, folks. Me, you must be kidding. Actually, I suspect you are somewhat fond of humans. You know, if you wish to free them from their destiny, there is a very easy way. If you mean death, then no thanks. I rather enjoy the world populated by humans. Oh. Huber, go back into the dumpster, would you? Just shut your mouth, please. I hope Hubert takes at least one more strong L before this is over. Even though we don't get to see it in Luke's story, but I know what you mean, Lord Doom. Do I sense a lingering sentiment to this world? No, there's no attachment. They just reminded me of people I used to know, that's all. Oh. Maybe the ones that you served in the previous two games, maybe? I'm sure you remember this scene from the previous episode before we closed off, where Sasarai and his group were trying to get the true Earth rune back, but it ended up cutting off at some point, so we actually get to see the full extent of what happened. Look, someone is there. You're just trying to scare me. I don't see John Cena. He's not even there. How can anyone see him? Oh, there he is. Nope, it's just Luke.
Finally back.
Hey, welcome back. We're here for Luke's final battle that's happening here. And it's not the one where he unleashes the Wind Rancor. He actually has a personal final battle against his brother.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said you could talk your gibberish.
And I read all the comments while you were gone, so you don't
right,
have
so
to repeat. But you can read them.
Okay.
I mean, you can read them to yourself and see
Right.
how much,
I don't have to.
and see how much shit talk that Lord Doom was telling Uber every time he saw him.
Yep. Like Punisher did. Oh man, I've literally thought of that before. Just really hate some characters where I literally thought of doing that exact thing. Just if you remember the end of Punisher season 1 on Netflix,
Oh.
right across the glass.
All right, the last battle in this game. It is a one-on-one duel.
Oh,
Yes.
sick.
You never thought that would happen, but it does.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Oh, he's about to get Luke here. Do I get him? Oh man, sliver of health for both of us.
Oh boy, come on now. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh well, I got him.
Lord Doom. Yeah, basically. What you were doing, he said, behold what every anime battle devolves into at some point. Mages casting spells at each other.
Yep. Notice how Thomas and Cecile are getting back up quick to try to defend Cicerai.
Lord Doom's not wrong. He said Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Naruto are all mages casting spells at the end. JoJo, too.
Yep. Magic is an extremely powerful force. It's like you can't... I mean, if you're going to have something that equates to a Michael Bay movie, it might as well be magic in anime.
When you said Thomas earlier, I thought you said Thomas the Tank Engine's gonna fight? Alright.
Well, if he does, well, if Thomas the Tank Engine can fight, then I root for him all the way. If Thomas the Tank Engine can wield magic, then damn. I completely underestimated the prowess of how Thomas the Tank Engine can be a beast.
Lord Doom said he also thought that.
I wanted to see Uber get taken out by Train Coon.
Yes.
But Luke, you say you're a demon, but where are the knife ears? You don't have any. Your ears are shaped like humans. And then after that scene, we're now at the scene where he suffers his defeat. So yeah, final scene in his story. Where he crosses over to the afterlife, pretty much. Lord Doom, isekai him into this world, for me, as a favor.
Funny how it's early PS2, but there's a lot. They still look pretty decent. I mentioned it before a lot, but like, like the fact that character models can still have like emotions and stuff. I'm like, huh.
Honestly, I feel that like a lot of the character models in this game actually hold up a lot better than that of 4 or 5, even though 5 is still a truly amazing game, but the character models in this game, I'd say, hold up the best in the PS2 era.
It's kind of like how I feel about Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh yeah? Just you were more of a fan of how disfigured their hands were?
In 2?
Yeah.
Sons of Liberty? I don't remember that.
Well, I mean, in Snake Eater, they look a lot more realistic, but if you take a look in MGS2 Sons of Liberty, they didn't. It's hard to explain, but they just look somewhat disfigured, especially when both Raiden and Snake are holding the MO disc.
I'm looking at their hands.
Now I know it was an early PS2 game because not all the character models were you could just make willy-nilly and have them look really good and detailed, but it's just something about him. I just kind of wouldn't say rubs me against the wrong way, but it's just something that I'm like, ugh. I mean, it's like in Fire Emblem Awakening. You remember how all the characters' feet, they look like deer hooves?
No, I never played Awakening.
Oh god, you should look at their feet in that game. They look bad. Their feet are bad in that game. They honestly do look like deer hooves. They're very thin at the bottom.
But yeah, I'm looking at Metal Gear. I'm like, they look like normal hands. Like, I mean, I can see the way that they're posed.
Yeah, I guess the way how they're posed is what's throwing me off about the hands in the game.
I know what you mean. I haven't played Awakening, but I know what you mean because there's an art style that does that where instead of drawing feet for some reason, they just make them hooves. Like they're like New 13. You ever played Blaze Blue? New 13 or Moo 12 or whatever, they have feet like that.
Okay.
It's a weird art style that choice that I don't quite get. Maybe they saw Rob Liefeld and were like, we could do that.
And with that, that is the end of Suikoden 3.
Woo!
All right.
We finally made it to the end. And around the time, too, as I promised.
True.
Yeah, and with that, we actually finally get to see the ending credits of this game. So, Fighter Chaos, I shall start with you. Your thoughts on the game itself and the project in general.
I think it's one of the more unique games. Makes you realize how even though games back then weren't technologically advanced, they had a lot more creativity to them. I'm not gonna say every game now is like like a blanket statement, but I know a lot of games nowadays don't do this where you actually like try to think outside the box and give you different perspectives or stuff like this. Because shoot, I can look at wrestling games. I mentioned it before. I think on the Hero Club stream where I was like, man, wrestling games had way more in them back then, and now they cost more and give you less.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. This game took a lot more risks than the others. But when
Plus, I'm glad to have finally seen it beaten, because as a kid, I only played the demo.
Yeah. But even though it took a while to get there, but by golly, we sure got there all right. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good. I'm glad I finally saw it.
All right. Metal, your thoughts on the game itself and or the project?
Well, definitely a lot more epic in scope than I thought, and like you said, the numerous different vantage points really gave us a nice storytelling opportunity that not enough stuff really does these days. So I did like that. Not to mention, obviously, Sergeant Joe.
Yeah,
yes, Sergeant Joe. You gotta love the Duckmen, and even if it's a meme or whatever.
Yeah.
They're still great. Not to mention, like you said, I do like the art, like you guys were talking about the models and stuff. It still looks good even after all this time. Especially when not like super upscaled or filtered or what have you, since this is on real hardware, so it's not like we're fiddling with anything or doing graphics mods or shit. So
yeah.
It's pretty clean and pretty nice looking, I got to admit. So yeah, Suikoden, you are sweet, Ko. I guess Dan.
All right.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Myself, you see the opening animation producers from Gonzo. So I said that the opening movie is made by them, but yeah. Michiru Yamane's name in the composer's part of the credits. Cool. Anyways, I will say that the game took a lot of risks to be different from the first two, and I'd say that this game still holds up well. Even with its limitations, it still holds up really well. I mean, there's a lot of story, a lot of characters with their different perspectives, just to give you a even better understanding at the broader side of things within the tale. And the game itself, I mean, the project itself, it may have gone a little too long, even though I probably would have wanted to go for the whole thing with trying to showing you how to get all 108 stars of destiny, but I think it was a good idea that I did so in between to save on time, since we didn't really even have the blinking mirror at that point yet. But overall, I'd still say this was a really fun project to go through, and I definitely enjoyed it quite a lot. And I really hope this game gets a remake one of these days, more or less an enhanced one, where it actually, maybe hear some voice acting and maybe have some freedom with world travel and that kind of stuff, like the other games do. But for what it is, this game is pretty good, pretty goated too.
All right.
So I guess with that, I think we'll go ahead and we'll start plugging, and we'll get out of here, even though there's a little bit of story left, just like one scene in particular. But I guess we'll just go ahead and start plugging for you all. So I'll go ahead and start with me first, since Metal went first last time. So you guys can find me on YouTube and Twitch at Double RPG Reviews, where YouTube's my bread and butter, and Twitch is secondary, as I stream on there mostly, but be sure to follow me on both of those sites if you possibly can for all the content you have coming from me in the future. And if you want to stay up to date with me for all your social media feeds, then follow me on both Facebook and Twitter, or X as they call it, at Double RPG Reviews. And that is me. So next up, Metal.
Yep. Anyways, I'm on X at Visible Ninja 00, and follow Hero Club across the net at Hero-Club, and of course at Hero Club for Life on social media, especially when we stream Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Check us out. Thank you very much.
All right, and last but not least, Fighter Cows. What do you got to plug?
Hey, follow me on Twitch and all social media at FighterChaos, FIGHTERXAOS. That's how it's spelled. On Twitch, I stream Tuesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And on social media, Twitter/X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I do art commissions, and webcomics. So, if you want anything, feel like supporting me that way, check it out.
And I also post the link to our Discord. If you guys have not done so already, be sure to join us there.
Best place to keep in contact.
Yeah, exactly. So, I guess, Fighter Cows, you are next on the block to play a game for us next week?
Yes, and I'm thinking of doing Ishin, since that's on Plus Extra.
Nice.
Or are you
It'll give me a reason to finally play it.
Or is it Like a Dragon Gaiden?
Yeah, no, I was thinking of Ishin, because
Oh, okay.
that one's a slightly bit longer. Plus, it'd give me a reason to finally play it.
Yeah, there you go.
Just don't expect 100%.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No, that'll take forever.
But I would like to see how well you fare with that game, since I already beat it.
Yes, you did.
But yeah, that is definitely going to be a fun one to watch for sure.
Yes, because I have it on PC, but my PC runs it on low, and I'm like, well, now that it's on PlayStation through Extra, I'm like, well, yeah, why not, right?
Runs like barf on your PC, and I kind of feel bad since I got you that game on the PC.
Oh, hey,
But hey, at least you had the backup with the PS Plus version. So that all worked out.
Also, it'll work if ever I get another PC, and boom, I'll have it.
Yeah. All right. We should be coming up on the final scene here. Yes. The final scene of the game.
Oh, here we are.
Yep. We're back at Lennox quarters in that mysterious island from the first game. So, you've returned. That is actually Luke's spirit that has returned to her. The wheel of destiny is heavy for a man to turn, but it's not impossible. I'm the executor of the balance. I have no tears to shed. Luke, you challenged God like a fool. You disregarded 1,000,000 lives with a cursed soul, but I forgive you and bless you. You're human too. I bless your soul. Oh my gosh. My apprentice, my son, child of a cursed rune, you are a human child, one that can sleep now. Even though destiny can be brutal, it will allow you to rest. 108 stars will bless you. Oh, and there's Sarah's spirit right next to him. Man is powerful enough to change destiny. No matter how futile our struggles seem, they all make a difference. So yeah, basically, his master forgives him. Power of forgiveness can actually have a strong effect to change somebody, but you know how it goes.
I love that.
Yeah. Just when you thought he could challenge God but wasn't able to, but came back to his master seeking forgiveness, and in return he receives it in the end before going to heaven. And then we see one final still shot, and basically it's a past image. Yep, there's Luke with his master, and a little Sarah right next to him. All right, guys. We all hope that you enjoyed this live stream series as much as we did. So to sign off, I'm Double RPG.
Visible Ninja.
I'm Fighter Cows.
Fighter Chaos, my friend, you got 2 great words that are left to end off the stream, and they are...
Mimyu. Kanyo.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and we'll see you next week for Like a Dragon Ishin through PS Plus. So until then, Godspeed, game on, gamers. We'll see you next week. Ciao.